All right. Hi, everybody. Welcome back. I know we were off last week, so here we are. Next week is Thanksgiving, so I'll give everybody another week to just kind of do their thing. So we'll have this episode here. We're just figuring it all out. So let's see. We're at the end of November now. I can't believe November's almost over. It's so funny because I feel like it took long for November to get here. And then now that it's here, it just went like that. Like, where Thanksgiving's literally this week. Like, it's like crazy. So, and then boom, the holidays are here. And does it feel like the holidays to anybody? It doesn't feel like I know, like, every year, like, it feels less like the holidays, but like, just doesn't feel like the holiday season. Like, even Halloween felt un-Halloween-y. There's so much change happening. There's so many things happening that are changing and expanding and growing and evolving. It's such a intense time to be alive, basically. And it's going to get more intense because the change is just going to keep happening quicker and quicker and quicker. And we're all the humans from the past. So to be the humans in the time period of things changing is intense, because in, like, I guess I would say maybe all the big changes, right? Like the big like astronomical ones will probably happen within the next 10 to 10 years, let's just say. So like after 10 years, we're all kind of settling into it. And then, you have the changes, and there's always change, but like it's not as much. So we're all in it. So then all the kids being born, even the kids being born now, they won't really know much about the growing pains of this change. So it's a lot going on there. So if you're feeling it, don't feel like you're crazy or there's anything wrong with you. Don't feel that there's a problem that you need to be fixed. Everyone's going through it. It's a lot happening. Everyone just is affected differently. Everyone is experiencing it differently. Everyone is vibing with it differently. I know for me, as someone who's very sensitive, as others are, you might be if you're a very sensitive soul, very sensitive creature, even like with stimulus and things that just you're affected. This time period's probably like so heavy for everybody. So anyway, that's what's happening here. I'm fixing my posture too. Let me work on my posture. I have to remind myself, because otherwise I'm just going to be, posture is such a crazy thing. Like, when I was younger, I didn't have to worry about my posture. I never had to worry about my posture. I was never a sloucher. I was always like standing straight up. But now, as I get older, and it's this phone, too much of this. I'm definitely getting tech neck. And then like I like jerk my arms and like do all this and all this. I've always had that a little bit, even when I was younger. Like I have but now I feel like it's worse probably because I'm eating too much sugar and not working out, and I'm older, and this is like so bad for us. So I'm trying to fix that, work on my posture and less jerking around. So anyway, on to my shiny crystal today. So my shiny crystal today, this is actually a very like important topic. It's very deep to me too. I feel very strongly about it. My shiny crystal today is the people that mind their own business. And there's a lot to that, okay? So let me explain. The people that mind their own business. I'm one of those people, okay? Especially as I've gotten older. When I was younger, like in my 20s, my teenage years, I was always very like, if like, I'd be driving and there was some issues going on or something's happening, like I'd get involved, pull over, stop, get involved, help out, because I always wanted to help. But the problem is when you're trying to help, especially nowadays, because people are wild these days, you're going to try to help. I'm not saying nothing happened specifically, but this is something that I've been wanting to talk about in life. Now you're involved, Now, you hear those stories where, the person was helping that person, or, they were in a fire, they were helping them out of the fire. And as they were helping them out of the fire, they accidentally, they hit their head on something because the person was trying to get them out of the fire. And then that person turns around and now is like, I'm mad at you because you hit my head. And remember, and now you're involved. So I've learned as I've gotten older, don't get involved. I'm not saying like turn a blind eye. Obviously, if like someone's like being abused, or if you see somebody who's being like bullied really bad, or if they're being like harassed and you're like in the group, right? And you're like part of it. Yes, speak up. Of course, always speak up when you're in it. But like, The thing that really charged me up about this topic is that, like, you know, I'm online. So what we were saying about scrolling. So I see it a lot on TikTok. There's like a lot of trendy stuff where people are, you know, there's someone on the train and they're texting somebody. Yes, maybe they're cheating. Who knows? I don't know. I'm not involved. But then they're like behind them, videoing them texting. Oh, I hope this finds whoever he's married to. Girl, I hope this finds you. I hate it. I don't like it because we don't know the context. You don't know what's going on. What if the girl that you think you're helping knows about it, but she likes her situation and she doesn't want it to be blown up, and now you're blowing it up? What if she's the girl that you think you're helping, but she's the gumad that he's talking to? You don't know. You don't know. What if he is in an abusive relationship and the girl is abusing him, and he is like talking to somebody, a friend, and it's a girl, and they're like, he's like getting consoling from her, or, you know, she's helping him get through this, and he's being abused, and he's a victim of domestic violence, and he doesn't know how to get out of it. So he turns to this girl, and they're talking, and now you've put this on blast, and the abuser, his wife, sees that, and she beats the shit out of him when he gets home because you now blasted it all on TikTok. It's just like, it's like such lynch mob mentality. And then everyone being the judge and jury, everyone having an opinion about, oh, you know, they see this one thing, or even like something nice. Like there was this couple that was like going off on an airplane somewhere, and they were like saying goodbye, and it was sweet. And this random person was filming them and posted it and was like, oh, this was such a nice moment. I hope this finds you. And she put cute music over it. And I loved it. I was like, oh my God, that's so cute, so romantic. But it's that whole like third eye thing. Like, look, because now we don't know. Like, let's say they were cheating. Let's say, you know, let's say he was surprising somebody and they were part of the surprise, and you misunderstood what was happening and now you blew up the surprise. There's so many different reasons for why you should mind your own business. Like, it's just gross. It's just too much. You know, even God doesn't judge. You know what I mean? Like, in my opinion, I don't believe there's the creator's judging people, because, you know, there's that saying in the Bible that says, like, he who has not sinned, may he cast the first stone. No human is without sin. Now, obviously, yes, like I said, if somebody is physically in danger, like physically, like they're getting raped or they're beaten up, or there's like a kid involved, of course help. And that is, you know, sinful in a way that we should be like, that's wrong, please stop, let me help. But when you're in it, when you're there, like, it's this whole like judging from afar thing, and then like blasting it and putting it publicly. It's very low level. It's very low level human. And I just feel like as I've gotten older, I literally say, it's none of my business. It's none of my business. Even like with gossip, I've never been into gossip. And I grew up with old girls, and my sisters and my mom and everyone, they all, you know, Italian family, you leave the room and they all start talking. I just was never into it. Like, I would rather talk about, if I'm talking to someone, talk to me about you. I want to hear about you. I want to hear about your life. I don't want to hear about the other people in your life that you want to talk about. Talk to them. If you have issues or you have things that you don't like, talk to them about it. You know what I mean? Or like, if you have a friend who's always gossiping about other people to you, you bet your ass they're gossiping about you to other people. So it's just something I think as humanity, I would love to bring awareness to, for everyone to just kind of like check themselves. Let's not indulge in this like, oh, is your man gay? Do you have a DL man? Obviously, if someone's cheating on you, you figure that out. But like, stop. Like, stop. There's reasons why people are closeted. There's reasons. Who knows? Who knows? You just don't know. You know what I mean? Like, we don't know the story. Or you'll see like half-assed videos of people getting into fights or arguments, and you don't know how the fight started. You don't know how it began. You don't know what the other person did. You don't know what that person did. All you're getting is the perception and angle of that person who posted it. And then everyone jumps on it. And it's like, take a breath and realize, oh, wait a second. These are humans. Even the way people talk to each other in comments. There was a post on Facebook, and I had like made a comment, nothing negative, just a regular comment. Some guy comes on there, bah, 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 you must be so dumb. And I was like, pause, bro. Who are you? to say, you don't know me. Like, relax with the, you must be so dumb. Like, would you say that in person to me? And if you would, you're really a bad person. Like, chill out. So that's just some of the things I've learned as I've gotten older. Anyway, so yes, let's try to be more understanding. Let's try to be more in our own business. Let's try to worry about the grass on your side of the fence. Basically, literally, like, worry about the grass on your side of the fence. If you think your man's cheating, talk to your man. Figure it out. If you think that, there's something going on in your life that's not morally correct, figure it out. Try to be the best person you can be every day. And that's it. And stop judging. Don't get in, try not to get involved in the comment section unless it's fun. Oh my God, I love laughing at the comment section. I love laughing, and I howl sometimes. It's so funny. Let's have fun in the comment section, Let's create that vibe rather than just nastiness and judginess, and it's miserable, basically. Anyway, so that's how I feel about that. My shiny crystals are people who mind their own business, because that's how I am. I literally say, ain't none of my business. All right, so on to our movie astrology today. So today I decided, since we're doing the 80s, 90s vibe, The Karate Kid. Oh my God, such a great movie. One of my, comfort movies. Love turning that on. Karate Kid 1, Karate Kid 2. Karate Kid 3, it definitely was a little bit, Karate Kid 3 was so 90s. Oh my God, now that I remember it. So 90s. Karate Kid 2, I loved it. They went to Okinawa. They went to Japan or wherever that was. Fabulous. So good. Oh my God, so good. With those little, the little thing, that little drum with the, oh my God, I wanted that so bad when I was a kid. I wanted to rile Danny up just with that. Oh man, I love that so much. All right, so The Karate Kid. Daniel, what the hell was his name? Daniel DeLuca? Daniel's son? Daniel DeLuca? Whatever the heck his last name was. What was Daniel? Daniel, to me, oh my God. I feel like he was a Cancer, because Cancer men they have that charm, and Daniel definitely had that charm. Oh my God. Daniel was such a charming guy. He was, problematic in the sense that he was kind of stealing the guy's girl, and that's very Cancer male. Cancer men, they think they're owed things. So he kind of, he was a little bit of a dick in a sense that he was stealing. He was kind of that guy was dating that girl, or it wasn't. Oh no, wait, he liked her. I don't know if that was her official boyfriend, but yeah, Daniel got himself in trouble basically. And that's Cancer boys. Cancer boys do, but he's got that little cute Cancer face, and just he wants to be a big karate boy. He wants to be big and strong, and he wants to win the competition, and oh my God, and he just wouldn't give up. Such a little Cancer guy. And he's so passionate about that girl. Even in the part 2, again, falling in love with that girl in Okinawa. And then in part 3, another one. But the problem is with Danny is he's always getting involved with women who have men who like them. Like Danny, you gotta stay out of that. That's none of your business, bro. You have to stay away from that drama. If a girl has guys that it's best for you to stay out of that. Stay out of that. Mind your business. That's Daniel. Daniel, what was his name? Daniel DeLuca. I feel like saying Daniel DeLuca. Hold on. What was Daniel's name in Karate Kid? What was his last name? All right, let's see. Oh, Daniel LaRusso. Yes, Daniel LaRusso. Such a Cancer. I thought it was DeLuca. Yeah, so Daniel's definitely a Cancer. But Daniel, you got to mind your own business, bro. You're getting involved in other people's business. You're getting involved in other people's drama. You are not the savior. That's a Cancer boy. He's got savior. He's savior. That's what he has to do. I have to save this girl. She's with this bad boy, so I got to save her. It's none of your business. Then you wonder why you're getting your ass beat. You wonder why now you got to have this big karate fight at the end of the show because you couldn't mind your damn business, Daniel LaRusso. Mind your business, bro. Don't get involved. Find another girl. There's a million girls out there. But you got to find the one who's got drama with an ex-boyfriend? Stop. Get over it, Daniel. Stop getting involved. And then Daniel's mother, such a Pisces mom. Such a single Pisces mom. Single mom, Pisces. Oh my God. Because she just can't get it together. You know, she's like, we got to move west. We got to move. She's like, I can't. I got to get out of here. I got a job opportunity in California. I got to go. She's got her kid running around town getting beat up. She don't know. She's trying to make ends meet. She probably got a boyfriend. They're probably, you know, hooking up, drinking out of the bottle, doing coke, whatever the hell they're doing. Daniel LaRusso's mom, I feel like she just was a mess. But the reason why I also know she's a Pisces is because she knew. Daniel came home with those glasses on. She was like, "There's what's under those glasses?" He was like, "I'm fine." She's like, "Take your glasses off. I'm a fucking Pisces, and I know what's going on." Like, she felt it, and she knew that black eye was behind that glasses. She was like, "Take the glasses off," and then, you know, she just had no control over him. Such a Pisces mom, you know, like she just was like, he was, you know, throwing his, you know, getting mad. His bike's all damaged, and she's like, "Daniel, tell me what's wrong. Daniel, tell me what's going on." And it's like, girl, you're his mom. You don't know what's going on because you got your kid running around LA, you know, Encino. You got your kid running around Encino. And of course you don't know what's going on because you're a Pisces mom. She just wants to, you know, she's got the wrong men in her life. She's probably doing drugs. She's got a cheap job that she went all the way west for, all the way to California. Such a Pisces mom. She can't get it together. And then in part 2, she had her sick brother, I think. It was his uncle. He had like pneumonia or something. So she sends her kid off for the whole summer. She's like, go ahead, go. So she's got her son hanging out with this guy, Mr. Miyagi, this older man, this older Asian guy. She's got him hanging out, and she don't know what's going on. It's such a Pisces mom. She's in her own world, you know? Then you got Mr. Miyagi. I love Mr. Miyagi. What a gentle soul. He says little, you know, it doesn't say a lot, but he's got a lot to, doesn't say a lot, but he's got a lot to say, okay? Such a Taurus. Oh my God. Mr. Miyagi is a Taurus through and through. He's got those deep Taurus eyes. You know, Taurus people they call bull's eye. So he's got those deep, dark eyes. He always has a lesson, you know, but he's smart. He knows how to get Daniel to clean that house, you know. He's like, Daniel, you're going to do this deck. But he knew how to kill 2 birds in one stone, Mr. Miyagi. That's a Taurus. Very, very resourceful, okay? Very resourceful. So he knew, I'm going to get this deck sanded, but we're also going to teach you how to be an incredible karate guy, you know? So that's a Taurus. Smart. He's smart. He knew how to get it done. He's like, you're going to wash the cars, but I'm going to give you one. You know, like that's a Taurus. He's like, I'm going to take care of me, but I'm also going to make sure you get taken care of. And they became best friends. Taurus and Cancer, of course they're buddies. But yeah, Mr. Miyagi, Taurus through and through. Silent, strong type. And he could heal with his hands too. Taurus is a very Mother Earth. You know, when Daniel had that issue right there, yeah, he got that, and then he got this, and then he did this to him, and he went, bitch, I'm gonna get your ass, you know? And he did, and he hooked him up because he's a Taurus. He knows how to do it. And such a loner. Mr. Miyagi is such a Taurus. I can't even. He's like, it's so clear that Mr. Miyagi is a Taurus because like he's such a loner. Like he had his one love, and she died, and he never wanted to love again. Did she die, or she was still in Okinawa? I think she was. I remember she died. Yes, she died. But the woman in Okinawa, that was his like true love apparently. And he chose the other one who died. I think that's the story there. But that's such a Taurus thing. He was like heartbroken that he had to drink himself to death over it. And he loved through and through. He loves to the end. And then that other motherfucker, the white coach, Sensei, that guy, that little piece of shit. He was a mean son of a bitch, that one. Oh my goodness. I feel like Sensei was like he's like a Scorpio Taurus cusp. Scorpio Sagittarius cusp. Oh my God. Sensei is such a Sagittarius Scorpio cusp. I'm sorry, it's Scorpio Sagittarius cusp. What a tongue twister. Holy shit. Sensei, try to say this at home. Sensei is a okay. Sensei is a Scorpio Sagittarius cusp. Sensei is a Scorpio Sagittarius cusp. There you go. Such a Scorpio Sagittarius cusp because he's a prick on both ends, you know? Like the Sagittarius guys, you know how I feel. But like he's got the meanness of a Scorpio, how they could be a little bit mean. And then he's got that Sagittarius like fucking fire where he just is relentless and he has no boundaries and it's like, he's like, kick him in the leg. It's like, dude, his leg's fucked up. I don't give a shit. Kick him in the leg. Such a Sagittarius like man with a little touch of Scorpio. Like they are like Vish. So Vish. Like oh my God, Sensei is such a Scorpio Sag. It's like, it's beyond rough and woof, vindictive. Like he is coming for Danielson. Oh my goodness. And he don't give up that one. He cold, stone cold. He said, sweep the fucking knee. Like, bro, it's just a competition. It's a trophy. Like, relax. He's like, sweep it or else you're done. Which brings me to Johnny, the bad boy. It's so cute. Oh, that blonde hair when I was younger, when I was a kid. Johnny was like, even though he was like a bully and he was a dick, he had that blonde hair and that beautiful, that nose. And he was such a little like a karate chop. Like he loved his karate, Johnny. And he was hot. He's a Leo. Johnny's such a Leo. But like the bully Leo, because it's like not the sweet boy Leo. He's like the bad boy Leo, but like tall and just strong and popular and just like, you know, needed to get his way. He wanted to win. But, you know, I got to say, though, at the end of part 1 with Johnny, when Sensei said sweep the knee, and Johnny was like, dude, I could beat him without cheating. And the guy's like, no, I'm a Scorpio Sag, sweep the fucking knee. He was like, no, I don't need to cheat. Like, he's a Leo, you know, like they have pride. And Johnny had pride. He didn't want to do that. And even at the end, he gave Daniel a hug and lifted him up and was like, you won. Like, good sportsmanship. But he wanted to win, Johnny. And he just was hot like a Leo. Got the good hair and just like that strong Leo face. Johnny's such a Leo. Last but not least, Allie, Daniel's girlfriend, the first girl that got him in trouble. I don't have much to say about her, but she just gives me Capricorn girl vibes, right? Like, she's such a Capricorn girl, like just very down, very solid, very like, she's like cool with the mom. She got plain Jane kind of vibes, which Capricorn women sometimes have. Yeah, she's just very like, just kind of basic, very just like, very like good girl. She's got her girls. She's at the campfire at the beach. She's got, flirting over there a little bit. She's got her flirt, but she's not making her first move. In the middle, she's got Capricorn vibes. She's got Capricorn girl vibes. So, all right, that's our movie astrology this week. Now, word from our sponsor. So, we love our sponsor, Christine Louisi at Collective Beauty Skincare Studio. Talk about a tongue twister. I got to say, that is a tongue twister. Collective Beauty Skincare Studio. So good. I haven't been to her this month. I have to go back. She's got to take care of these eyebrows, but she hooks it up. It's such a great space. Like I said, it's the holidays. Get a gift card. If you know somebody on Long Island or in Jersey or Brooklyn or Queens or where any of the tri-state area, if you know anyone in New York or Jersey, get them a fucking facial, man. Get them a facial. Get them eyebrows. Get the whole enchilada. Get them a gift card. It's so good. And you get 25% off if you mention Crusty Crystals. So you could text her. You could email. It's all in the bio. Crusty Crystals. You get 25% off. You can't beat that. Get a gift card for the holidays. All right, so we are at our new segment. We are introducing a new segment today. It's called Oh Wise One. And I will take questions from people. You could send a voice note. You could send it, DM me a voice note of any spiritual question, any question you have about, spirituality, about mediumship, about psychic stuff, about your own journey, anything that is woo-woo or philosophical even. Let's do it. So it's a new segment, and we're going to play the voice note. You can also just type a question. If you have a question, I'll read it here on the show. You don't have to send a voice note, but if you send a voice note, we'll play it on the show, or you could just write in a question. So here we go. Our first Oh Wise one.
Hey, Thomas. This is a question for your new Oh Wise One segment. First of all, love the pod. Love you. You're amazing. I've had many readings with you, and I'm not surprised because you've done so amazingly each time, but every time I do connect with you, you really are tuned into what's going on in my life and always tell me things that are really important for me to hear. So thank you for that. Keep it all up. Keep all the good work. But my question is, in our readings, we've talked a little bit about this, but not a ton. And you said, these are supposed to be spiritual questions. So I'm wondering, what advice would you have for somebody who has psi abilities, or, like we've talked before, I have, been a medium since I was a kid and have, dreams that show me where things are and, just all sorts of, I guess, woo-woo things. My sister calls me paranormal activity, like that sort of thing. And I remember years ago, I actually asked for it to stop because things got a little bit scary for me, but it's picking back up again, and I don't want it to stop now. So I'm wondering, what would you, like if I were an athlete, I would have exercises and training, right? So, what would your advice be for somebody that wants to, open up more to their psi abilities and their intuition and connecting and mediumship? What do you recommend? Thank you. Love you.
Well, love you too. And I love the work that we do together. And I love all of you, all of my people that come to me and have had multiple sessions, and even the ones, if you're one and done and you're watching, love you as well. I was saying that myself the other day. I had two girls that I was doing a reading for. They were doing a two-person reading. And I just loved their energy, and it was just so fun. And I just was like, this is my clientele. These are the people. I love this. I love just use my abilities, use my guide, use it. Let me do what I do and be there on board, and let's just do it. And I was like, these are the people that make it so fun, and I just love it. So anyway, thank you for joining us. And I just love that people are awakening. And it's like, when you were talking about, like that they'll show you things in your dreams, and, that you've been a medium forever. Like, I just love that it's becoming more mainstream in the sense that, like, it's not, that's why I don't deal with skeptics. And it's like, listen, it's 2025. If you're still skeptic, like, I can respect it and honor it, but go do that journey somewhere else. Because it's 2025. Like, we've gone through we're evolving, and I want it to be where people, it's just part of what people do. Some people have it stronger. Some people have it a little bit, even if you're just a regular person who isn't tapped in like that, and you have your regular, normal, everyday person intuition. Like, it's not coincidence. It's like how we breathe. It's like how you can feel that fire is hot. Because you have senses, you have nerves that make you be able to feel those things. It's part of our brain. I'm not doing anything that's like magic. It's just part of, we're humans. Like, don't you want to learn more about, and this is probably me talking to people who are skeptic, like, don't you want to learn more about what your humanity can do? Like, of course you're a soul. And yes, the word soul might sound cartoonish and woo-woo, but it's not. It's just a word we use. It's like using like the word muscle. I'm sure I could figure out a way to make that sound weird. Oh, that's weird. That's such a muscle. Is that, it's like, it just feels like, I love that more and more people are connecting to it. They're understanding it. I would love for it to just be common knowledge. Just like when you're gay, it's like, I'm so over that we have to come out of the closet. Like, create a society where we don't have to come out of the closet, to where if, every gay person I know knew they felt gay when they were younger, and it wasn't a sexual thing. It was more of just like when you're straight and you have like a crush on a person of the opposite sex, it was the same thing for gay kids. You have a crush. You know what? I'm going to get into this in the next podcast because it's a whole topic I want to talk about and I don't want to use it for this time. So let me reel it in. I'm just happy that people are opening. So anyway, because like I said, I believe that it's just another part of our brain and it's a biological thing. I don't look at it as something that I'm just, it's like, yes, we can call it gifted. Sure. I'm just more in touch with it and I'm more open to it and I'm acknowledging it more and I've practiced it more. So therefore I can then use it and help people and have a career with it. Thus, like anything else that you might have, like you got muscles. So if you're going to be an athlete, you train every day, you use those muscles, and then you become a good athlete. It's the same thing. And lots of people can do it. So I love that people are connecting to it. So I would say to you, how can you practice it more? Well, by doing it. I mean, it's literally just doing it. You know, you have to just, when I first started, I practiced on my friends. You have to do it with people you trust, that you know that aren't going to like shut you down for no reason, or say, you know, if you're getting a hit and you're correct about what you're feeling, they're not going to just be like, oh no, or think that you're stupid or weird. People you're comfortable with and people that are open. Don't waste your time on, like I say, don't waste your time on people that aren't already open. If they're open, practice with them, work with them, do their thing, do it with them. So practice, because you're going to see it's interpretation. So when I'm doing a reading, I'm getting images, I'm getting words, I'm getting feelings. Sometimes I'm getting audio. Sometimes I'll actually hear it. So you have to know how to interpret that stuff. So the more you practice, the more you understand how to interpret it. Also meditation, and this is the most important thing I feel, is like keeping your body clean and aligned and focusing on habits, not getting stuck in too many bad habits. That helps. It's like you're a conduit. So it's like your car. If your car isn't, you know, got the clean oil in it, or it's not, you know, kept up or cleaned, yeah, it'll still work, but it works really good when all the juices are flowing properly. So I would say, yeah, practice it, keep yourself clean, get your energy right, get yourself, also build, this is very important, build your relationship with your spirit team. You don't have to know exactly who they are, though it helps. Just building the relationship with the energies around you. Because I know for, like I said, 100%, you know, we were having a conversation in my family about mediumship and readings. Like another medium friend of mine was doing a reading for somebody and we were talking about it. And my sister's boyfriend was like, well, you know, we don't really know. He's like, you know, well, you know, we never really know. He's like, I believe you because I know you're not bullshitting, but we don't know. Because we don't have any, you know, we don't know what really happens. And I go, no, I know. I go, dude, I can tell you 100% that there's spirits around us, because when I'm doing readings, I'm getting information. There's no way I would be able to make it up. There's no way I can guess it. There's no way I'm imagining it. It's very real. So I go, I can tell you 100% it's real. So look no further, my man. I go, they're around you. I'm telling you because I experience it when I'm working. They are there, or, you know, or when I'm connecting or meditating, but it's more so, especially when I'm doing readings, because that for me, the proof is there because I'm getting validation from the person I'm reading that that fact is true. So there's no way I would know it. So I go, case closed. I go, you know, put the science experiment away, you know, all the theories, all the, what is it when they do when science does their little experiments, your little controlled group, put it all away, pack it up. I'm telling you 100%, not 99%, 100%. They're real because I know through my experience. Enough with your controlled group and this and that and outside influence. No, it's very real. So you're doing it, you know, you connecting with them. It's very real. It's happening. So just keep, like I said, keep connecting with those spirits around you, like throughout your day. Build a relationship with them. Like throughout my day, like I'm literally like talking to, I'll say, you know, Uncle Mike, show me this, because my Uncle Mike is my main guy. I'll say, show me this, Uncle Mike, or open this way up, or, you know, this is my intention, this is what I need to know, please show me that way, or show me the thing, or, give me the guidance. Like I literally will talk to them. When it's my Uncle Mike's birthday, like I have like a little piece of cake for him and I celebrate him on his birthday. So yeah, build your relationship with your team because it's just like any relationship. It's like when you're in a friendship or intimate relationship or a family ship. So you can communicate with your family. I'm not saying easily. They're probably the most difficult for us to communicate is with our family, but you know how they think, you know how they talk, you know the language. So when you know someone really well, you know the language. So like with your best friend, it's easy to vibe and laugh and get a point across. Sometimes you don't even have to finish a whole sentence. You just get it because you know the language of that friend. It's the same thing with your spirit team. They learn their language, learn how they're talking to you, learn how they're showing you things because spirits communicate in different ways than humans. We use a voice clearly, even though sometimes, like I said, it is audio. So they're not using a voice box, but they're using, I guess, my perception of audio, right? They're using my eardrums. So maybe if I was like deaf, they wouldn't be able to do it because I wouldn't have that ability. Anyway, so yeah, learn the language. Learn the language of your spirit team, build your relationship like that person's alive. I've told people in readings when they ask me questions like that, I'll say to them, there are times I can see what side of the family your soul is actually more connected to because, when parents come together, they meet each other. They had their own spirit teams going on. So they had their own pods because souls travel together in pods. That's what families are. But then they create their own family. So those family pods don't go away. So you being born, your soul is connected more to one pod or another. It's not connected to both parents. Clearly, like obviously that's how it would be. So I say like, oh, your great grandfather, blah, blah, blah. This person, they're very connected to you. They're your person. Oh, I didn't know. They go, I didn't know much about him. I never met him. I go, well, learn about who he was when he was on earth. The more you know about that person, the better you're going to be able to connect. So yeah, so meditation, keeping yourself clean and aligned and vibrating as high as possible. We're never always vibrating high. It's just part of it. We go through ebbs and flows. We have our moments. That's just the way of humanity. Practice on people. Also, I would say acknowledge when you're getting hits. Like sometimes I'm just hanging out if I'm in a room and I feel like someone's animal and I'll get a hit from the animal. Like I'll say it. I'll be like, oh my God, by the way, this, so those are fun when it's just random. Yeah. So practice it. And I think the most important part is building the relationship with your souls around you. Okay. But I totally understand that concept of fearing it too. That definitely in the beginning, it is scary because it's real. So you do want it to stop and you're like, oh my God, I'm not sure if this is something I want to take on. So it is a commitment, but knowing you because of our readings and stuff, I think that you are ready for it. And I think it is time for you to open that up. I think you're strong enough for it. But just make sure that you do it slowly, responsibly, and safely because it's very real. Protection prayers. I always say that too. I don't believe in evil spirits, but I believe in misguided or lost spirits or spirits energies that are looking to attach to things. So I've had that happen with me and I've had to have a shaman come and release entities that were attached to me. They can give you anxiety, they can give you stress, they can give you paranoia. That's them being attached. They're attaching their story or their journey onto you. So I've had them release it, and I have felt so light after they released those entities. So if you're going to do it, be smart about it. Say, when you're opening up, don't be walking around just opened up. You have to consciously open up. Set aside times to open up, and then close. Don't be walking around all opened. No, close it up and be done with it. Put it away, and then open up when you need to. All right, my love. Well, thank you so much for being our first Oh Wise One. If you have a Oh Wise One question, send me a voice note or just type it and write it if you don't want to put your voice on voice, and I'll read it. All right. Thank you, my loves. All right, so on to our next segment, which has been going strong, and we've loved this segment. It's been going. It's the voice note astrology. So next to our next voice note. Here we go.
Hi, Thomas. So with the holidays coming up, I'm going to be spending more time with my family, and I was wondering if you could give me more insight to my mom, because honestly, I just don't get her. So I am a Cancer Sun, Sagittarius Moon, and Scorpio Rising, and she is a Capricorn Sun, Taurus Moon. Don't know her rising. Um, but yeah, I don't know. I just like, I mean, I've been listening to what you say about Capricorns, and they're like business savvy, and I don't know. She was like a stay-at-home mom my whole life, so I haven't really seen her in like that type of space. Um, I don't know. She's just like, she's very emotional, so I like really think that her rising sign is like probably a water sign. Um, and like, I don't know if she's just like not your typical Capricorn, because like you've done two readings with me and you say like I'm not like your typical Cancer. And then she also like has struggled with like mental health like most of her life. And I was also curious if you like struggle with mental health, you can't really um like show those traits as much because you're not really like yourself, um because I remember when I was like first getting into this, and I was like asking a friend like, oh, does this sound like you, does this sound like you? And she was like, honestly, I'm just so depressed, like I don't, maybe if I was feeling good, maybe. But so I don't know if that's why. I just like, I don't know, I just don't get her. So maybe you can help figure out our dynamic a little bit more, or get some sort of intuitive hit. But yeah, love the podcast, best wishes, and happy holidays.
Oh, that's so sweet. All right, cool. So I like that question. I really like that question about if you struggle with mental health stuff, or if you're just depressed, or if you're not yourself because of outside struggles. Do your signs, does your astrological placements still affect you? And the answer is yes, definitely. Because for me, the way astrology works is it's almost like it's a part of it is a part of your makeup. It's how you're being affected by planets in the solar system that we're in. We're in a solar system. So you're being affected by those planets, okay? And, the planets that are closest to us in our galaxy, in the solar system. So you're going to be affected. So if you're depressed, or if you're dealing with mental health stuff, yeah, that's going to affect you too. Because remember, in previous episodes, I've said, as a human being, there is so many things that affect who we are. Environment, genetics, the food you're eating, traumas, astrology, your soul. All these things affect you. So obviously that's why everybody's so different. That's why you can have a baby and another baby born in the same exact time, same exact place, same minute, and they're going to be different because they're going to grow up in different environments. They're going to eat different things. They're going to have different genetics. They have different souls, but there are going to be similarities, and they're going to react the way a Taurus would react to those things that are affecting and influencing them. So it's a whole lot of different things. So yes, because your mom was a stay-at-home mom, you didn't get to see that business savvy side of her. But I bet that she ran her home like a business, or she may have ran her home in a business way. Like maybe there was some coldness, or maybe there, and especially as a Capricorn Taurus, like a moon in Taurus, sun in Capricorn, double earth. To me, that's why I think your mom deals with anxiety and stress, because that earth, that double earth right there, those are overthinkers. So just that emotional self doesn't, a water sign doesn't own deep emotions. Earth signs can be very emotional because they're thinking a lot, they're feeling a lot. So that, obviously everyone, how they say, like everyone has emotions, but they're going to come out in a certain way. So the Taurus Capricorn, she might hold her emotions in there, and then they just come out in like a big way, or at the wrong moment, or when she is stressed or she can't deal with a lot. So, maybe this is another thing that just hit me, that business side of her, maybe that's something she always wanted to do, but she didn't get guided towards it. She got guided towards being a housewife, a homemaker, which I personally think is amazing, but maybe she didn't fully want that. Maybe the Capricorn in her wanted to be a businesswoman or wanted to be excelling in a career, but she was guided or chose to do the housewife thing, and it didn't vibe really with her. Although I will say, Capricorn and Taurus, that is a home. Taurus love a home. Oh my goodness. Taurus love a homemaking experience, nurturing. So she could have been pulling more in her moon. Her moon could have been guiding that Taurus self, that home, that nurture, that comfort. That is the thing she could have been showing more. She could have been showing more of her Taurus self, which does love to be a mom and a homemaker. But like I said, that Capricorn self, that business side, that drive of career, that actually makes more sense. That could have been there, and she didn't choose that. And so that could have added to her mental health struggles. It could have added to her stress because she wasn't, her intuitive self as a Capricorn sun wanted to do that, but she didn't choose it, and she didn't go that path, or she didn't have guidance. She maybe didn't have the parents that knew how to teach her to be that business girl or that, that career-driven person. Who knows? Maybe when she was a kid, she had the killer lemonade stand. I feel like when she was a kid, she was wheeling and dealing all that stuff, but she wasn't guided towards it. So because she didn't have that guidance, she didn't get to fulfill that intuitive self, that intuitive need, and then creating more mental health stuff and frustration. So I feel like your mom might not be living her full truth, and that's why she might not be fully happy. And that's why you may be having this conflict, because maybe there's a piece of her, though she loves you dearly as her daughter, oh my God, there might be some resentment there. Mom doesn't feel like she's fully happy in her choice. Not saying she is not happy with being a mom or being a housewife, but maybe maybe she wasn't fully content with that. You know what I mean? And I do keep getting that strong feeling about it, actually. I think that that's what your mom's dealing with. So I would say to you, since you're a Cancer sun, even though you said that in readings, I've said that you're not, like, you don't come off like a true Cancer. So you have that moon in Sag, which could also make you feel less empathetic than usual. Because maybe that's why you're not that true Cancer. Maybe your empathy isn't as strong as it needs to be. Because what I'm about to say is I think you need to try to be more empathetic with her. Look at her as a woman who was just a girl one time and didn't get the guidance that possibly she needed. And then she went into a role that she likes, but it doesn't feel like it's her true self. Even though her moon is Taurus, which does love that, she might not be thriving in the way that she wanted to when she was a younger girl. And I want you to maybe try to find the empathy and perception and the angle where you can have a little more empathy for that. Because maybe you may be one day an older woman who might say, fuck, man, I wish I did do that career thing. And I wish I did, chase that. Or I wish I had someone who guided me to do that. Moms and dads, they're just human beings that had to make choices. And when you get older, a lot of times, most of the time, that's why they call it a midlife crisis. You look at your choices and it's a fucking tough go, man. Like it really is. When you get in your 40s, even if you were the best person and you just still look at things and you're like, damn, man, I wish I would have went that way or pivoted that way or did this or didn't do that or said this or didn't hold that back. Your 40s is rough. So I could imagine your 50s and 60s might not be even any easier. Although I think they say like when you get to your 60s, you've just accepted it and you're like, this is what it is. I would say try to empathize with her more. I have a feeling that she didn't get guided towards the thing that she may have truly felt compelled to be. but I'm not saying she doesn't love being your mom. Try to hear her more. Try to like talk to her more. Try to listen more instead of getting frustrated. Because I think beneath all of that Capricorn, Taurus, hard, rocky, earth mom stuff is just a girl who wishes she did other things as well as being a mom. I think she just needed better guidance. So let me know if that resonates a little bit to you. The guidance part, especially, like maybe about your grandparents, like how they were with her as parents. Hit me up, my love. All right. Well, episode 25, that is a wrap. My final thought today, as we approach the holiday season, ho, 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 and gobble, gobble, gobble. Okay. What do I want to say about the holiday season? Even though it doesn't feel like the holidays, enjoy every second. Do the little thing, You look at your mom or your dad, or, if they're still here on earth, and, say, I love you, and focus your energy on the people that are in your life that exist, not the bullshit on the outside, or the person that you think is doing something wrong, or this person needs to be put on blast, or this is irritating me. Focus on the 20 people in your life that mean so much to you and that are your whole perception. Focus on those people. Focus on yourself. Focus on your light. Focus on being the best version of yourself that you can be. I'm trying to focus on that too, I want to be the best version of myself. And I can't be the best version of myself if I'm worried about other people's business. You can't. It's impossible. And I think people that aren't happy with themselves are the ones that worry about other people's business. So this holiday season, don't focus on other people's business unless, like I said, you see someone physically getting hurt, okay? Or if there's a kid involved that is, they're not as strong as us, so we need to stand up for them. So yes, okay? But other than that, mind your business, love your own, put time and energy into those people, create your light, shine that shit, and spread the love, man. That's what I would say. So happy Thanksgiving. We will see you after the week after Thanksgiving. And I love you guys. And this is a very cool journey. So thanks for being part of it.